Okay, so today we're going to do two things. First, we're going to create a server manually on the AWS console. After we create the server, we're going to install a web application, Apache Web Server, and also Nginx Web Server, reverse proxy web server. Now, there are two ways of doing it. The first way is to do it manually by going to the console, click, and then install it manually. While the second way is by using infrastructure as code, using a tool that is called Terraform. And with that tool, we'll be able to create and do the same thing from our command line without having to go to AWS. And I'll show you the advantage and disadvantage of both. So the first one, we're going to go into our AWS environment, which is this. This is my AWS account. I have 3 accounts, 1, 2, 3. I'm using this one for today's demo. So I'll come here and click Administrator Access, log into my AWS account. Once you go into AWS account, the first thing you do is make sure you're in the right region so that you don't go and, create stuff or delete stuff in the wrong region. So I want to work in London region. So I click on London region, and then I want to create an EC2 instance. Now, EC2 instance refers basically to physical servers, virtual servers, right? EC2 stands for Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud. You can see it says this is a service that enables you to create, manage, and monitor virtual servers in the cloud. It enables you to create, manage, and monitor servers in the cloud. So just think about it like back in the day, we used to have data centers, server rooms in companies. Companies used to spend a lot of money keeping servers in their server room. And that server is what will be used to run the application of the organization. But AWS brought a service that they are providing the same capability, providing the same service that companies, all they need to do is to pay for the use of AWS servers under strict security compliance to make use of the servers to host the applications. That way, companies don't have to go and buy physical servers when they want to host applications, right? So in order for you to use this service, you need to register with AWS, give them your account details or your card details, so that whatever use that you make of the service, they are going to debit you at the end of the month. So in order for me to create a web server, the first thing I will do, I'll go to here, launch instance. Now, I'm going to give you an example of what I just explained. So think about it like what Netflix is doing. Back in the day, we used to have a video player, VHS, in our homes, right? And you have a VHS in your home, but you still have to go and buy a movie, maybe an action movie or a drama or a love movie or a comedy. You have your physical VHS player, but without that cassette or that whatever, you can't, nothing will show your TV. But when you have that cassette, you can bring it or you put it inside your VHS, there you will now see your movie. The same thing applies to what we're trying to do here. Your physical server is going to be, let me say we want to create a server. I say demo server 2 because I created one before called demo server 1. And in this time around, I want to create an Amazon Linux server, right? I'll just go through the basic because we're not going to go into too much details. So let's just choose the default if we can choose the default and move on. I want to select the existing security group. Let me just say default. Where is it now? The default one should have. There's so many. Let's see. Let me use this one. Okay, because this one should be. Yeah. So I just click launch instance. So I've done click to create an EC2 instance that is running Linux operating system. Now, if I say I want to see I want to view what's inside the server, I'll come here and click on this. Guess what? Nothing is coming out because I have not put any application on the server. So think about it this way. Netflix has taken over what we used to do back in the day. Netflix is providing you with what? both the VHS machine and the movies. But what do? You have to pay a subscription for you to use Netflix, right? So now we have an AWS server that is running, but we don't have any application yet. We don't have any movie inside any video cassette inside this server. In order for us to be able to see this server or use this server, we have to go in and install application. Now, in order for you to install application, what do? Look at the server name is here, demo server 2. The ID is this, the instance state, it is running. The type is a 22 micro, it's in EUS 2B region, and so on and so forth. In order for us to connect to this server, there's an option here called connect. Click on that, come down here, click on connect again, look at my mouse, click on connect, and then it gives you access into the server you just installed. And once you're in the server, what do we need to do? Now we need to install the application. So the first thing I will do, I'll type some commands. First one is sudo yum update. I want to update the operating system. First time you do this, it takes a while, but it will answer you. Yeah, so you say complete. Now, the next thing I want to do is sudo yum install engineers. So what this means, I'm trying to install an application called engineers. Now, once I've done that, I now want to check, is the application installed? Sudo systemctl engineers. What is the status? Is it installed? Status. See, engineers is installed, but what is inactive? So in order for me to make it active, what do? I'll come here and type start. Now let me show you, before I press enter, if I come here, this is the browser, right? Let's click reload. Nothing is happening because we have installed engineers, but engineers is not active. Now I'm going to make it active by saying sudo systemctl start engineers. Engineers is an application that we've installed. Now let's check the status again. The status is now what? Active and running. Initially, the status was what? Dead, but now it is active. Now let's go to this link. Click reload. What do you have? Welcome to engineers. So your browser is now pointing you to the application that we installed. Let me send this link to you. So if you click on this link, right? Click on this link. Tell me what you see. Just click on that link. That is that anybody anywhere in the world can connect to the application once it is running on AWS. Are you able to see the link? Are you able to see the link?
Yes.
So when you click it, what happened?
Yeah, it says welcome to engineers.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Welcome to engineers. Yeah, I just saw your message now. Okay, so we have an application. We have installed it on the EC2 instance by running certain command, 3 commands, and now the application is up and running. Now, if we want to shut it down, the same way we can come here and say sudo system stop engineers, stop, right? Once you say stop, come here and click refresh. It's gone. So this is one way to install an application. The first thing we do is what? We create an EC2 instance, right? Create an EC2 instance. Once the instance is running, we'll log on to the instance and then install the application. And then the application becomes available to users all over the world. That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is, as DevOps engineers, what we normally do is we'll do this installation from the command line, which I'm going to show you now. We use a code to do the installation. So if I come here and I do access keys, collect this, access keys, let me go to my Visual Studio Code, okay? So here we go. This is my code. Just my Terraform starter, yeah. Terraform starter. And so what I want to do is I want to create an EC2 instance. This is my code. for EC2 instance. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to create an EC2 instance. The name is going to be Collins EC2 instance. Collins. And then I can add something else here. I can say name, and then what's this? I can say deployed underscore by equals Terraform. So what I'm just saying is that this is deployed from Terraform. Okay. I don't think I need this. Right. So let me see. EC2 main S3. I don't need S3 for now. Let me comment this one out. VPC. Yeah, I need VPC. Backend. Yeah, I think I need backend. So if I want to deploy, I'll come and type my commands here. I'm not touching. Look, I'm going to do something now. I'm going to create a new EC2. Sorry, too many tabs. Where is it? You put this here and then put this here. Okay, I'm going to create a new instance without touching this this screen, and then you see the instance will come up. Okay, so let me do Terraform init. Have I not pasted? No, I'm not pasted. It's not gonna go. It's gonna break. Okay. All of this is part of what we'll teach you during the training. So I'm trying to make it as high level as possible. Terraform init, Terraform plan, and then Terraform plan, EC2 exit, EC2 instance, I want one. Okay, I'm gonna do just one. Yes. So everything I'm doing is on my command line, right? As you can see, it's on my desktop. But if you come here, click refresh. Look at, I have a new instance. This one was not here before. Collins EC2 instance. It says what? Initializing, right? Initializing. Can you see that? Now I can come here and say, what's the tag? Look at the tag I gave it. Deployed from Terraform. Did you see this? This was what I added here. It has come into AWS. Now, let's try the same thing. So if I come and do connect, I can connect a public subnet. Why? It's going to fail. But that's not the issue. Why is it failing? Hold on. No. Just give me 1 sec. Gateway, EIP. Public subnets, main, VPC. Okay. Let me see. Okay, let us start. Let's see. It's still starting. Why? Give me a moment. Give me a second. That's my other one. Danny Packer. Terraform. EC2. Public IP. Okay. Give me 1 sec. Let me fix this. Subnet. PC. I have so many codes, so I'm trying to borrow from another place. Table. Public. Table now. Why? Yeah, BBC. Get idea. Okay. I fix this one. gateway, routable. Routable. Yeah. Gateway. Here's the gateway. TW. VPC main. Okay. Main. GW. Routable. Subnets. Subnet now. This and that. Okay. This. Let's just use one. Subnet ID. This. Okay. Oh, we'll get there now. Just chill. This and that. Should be no. Submit that. Routable ID. That's fine. Okay, it's a routable. Okay. PW. Routable. Main. Okay. So I have a routable. This. Okay, let's try again. Okay. BBC 39. Okay, that's fine. EC2. Okay, what's the one? Add 5. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, are you there? Hope you have not slept off. Is that?
Not at all. Oh.
That's good. It's good. Routable AIP languages. So we have GW public. Let the first one with this. Yeah. And then tag this as the first one. Second one will be this one also with this. One is public. So this. Public this. Is it okay? Yeah. This. Yeah. Next one will be that. Main GW. This will be that. That. Okay. Terraform used to be my bread and butter. I used to use it to eat akara and granite. Okay, so now we've updated it. So we've created the EC2 instance from code instead of click. Now let's try and connect now and see. If we connect to this one, yeah, we can check to see if there's engineers on this one. Come on. Still not connecting. Why? Let me see. Security is this security group. All traffic. I don't know why it's here. Okay, let's see. SSH, EC2. Okay, is it off KPI? Yeah, KPI. KPI. KPI is missing, so if the key is missing. No work. Copy. I wonder why it doesn't have keep here. Interesting. EC2 instance. Okay, let's try this again. Let's see. All of this I'm doing on the desktop, on the command line. Once you have it working, the beauty of it is that you can use this code to create 100 servers at the same time, or 50 servers, and it will just create it within minutes for you. But initially, you may need to go through the process of writing the code to make sure that the code doesn't break. The code is working as expected. Yeah, so once the server is running, we will now go to the next stage. Next stage will now be to install the application on the server. But for now, it's still trying to destroy. What is trying to destroy? EC2 and get rid of it for you. Stop. Get rid of it. Or is it the instance type? It's causing a problem. It shouldn't be. Okay, so this is our Collins instance 2. It's coming up again. This time around, let's see. In the proper domain. I don't know why it's doing that, but I'm just going to install the application on it and see, because that's our ultimate goal, is to install the application on the instance, right? So in order for us to do that, there's a piece of code here that we can use, or that I've created. So that code is inside here. It's called, is it now? It's called, here's my code now. Bootstrap, Windows. I have a code here called, where is it going to? Let's see. It's a Terraform. Maybe it's not this file. Okay, maybe it's not this one. Let me see. Welcome app, right? Static website. Maybe it's this one. Here's my file. That's what happens when you have too many files. And my students too, they'll be uploading their files as well. Let's see. Right. Interesting. Here's my user data file. Welcome app. Where did I keep it? Just give me a minute here. There's a particular file that I'm looking for. I can't remember where I kept it. Let me search for user data. Because I'm in the wrong branch. Okay, I'll just go back to this guy. Right, let me go to the truth of source, the source of truth. See what's inside here. Inside data, inside tools. Windows Server install. Why is this missing? User data. Let's see. Okay, I don't know where it's gone to, but I found one I can use. So let me just create a file here. I'll call it user data.sh. So in this file, I'm going to paste this command. So if you look at this, this is the command we're doing. DNF. I don't want to install this. I want to install Nginx, right? Install start Nginx, right? And then enable Nginx. Okay. So I've created a file. This file, if you look at this file, right? This is all we were doing the other time. Yum, how am I doing DNF? Yum update, sudo yum install, and then yeah. So these are the commands that we're running manually, but now we're going to run it on the console. In order for us to do that, we need to add a value to this EC2. Okay, copy. Okay, yeah, user data. Go to EC2. Then on EC2, we need to add user data equals part is what? Is this? Let's see what it is here. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna break. Let's try this. Okay. Let's see. Let's give a password. Why? So basically what I'm doing is I've installed the server and I'm running these commands on the server. Look at these commands. These commands are the commands we are running manually on EC2 instance the other time, but now we don't need to run it manually because we have the commands. We can run the commands straight on the console. Let me close all of this. Okay, so let's come back here. So now we have an EC2 instance that we installed from command, from the code rather. And we've installed the application also from code. And let's go and see. Come inside here, let's see if we're able to view the application. Open a new tab. We have to remove this X because we have not installed any certificate. We've not installed any certificate yet. 139, 139. It's still trying to open. Why? Let's see. Security. Let's see. Does it have access to all traffic? Security group. Outbound. Custom. All traffic from, yeah, not custom. Want it from everywhere. Okay, they want. That's fine. Cancel. So let's add a new one. Edit outbound. Add a new rule. We want all traffic coming from anywhere in the world. Okay, save. So once we do that, come back here. Come on, this guy should get it now. Still cannot be reached. Ready? 0.0.0.0. And that's custom restriction, I believe. Okay. It's still not reachable. Why is it not reachable? Okay, let's find out what's happening on the instance. Let's go back to our instance. Sometimes when things happen like this, it happens for a good reason. I mean, for you to be able to troubleshoot your computer and see what the problem is. If I come here, I can go to instance settings. These are the time. I'll put that at the top. This is not good. So YUM update. YUM install. Engineers. Start enable. Yeah, that should be fine. And the EC2, are we sure of this AMI? Let's see. We try another AMI. What AMI is this? Demo is using. Demo one is gone. This is this AMI. Let's try and see. One to one. Okay, so it has destroyed and created a new one. The new one is this one running on VPC. Unless that VPC is not connected, which I doubt. Should be. Anyway, if that one doesn't work, I'll create a new one. That's the beauty of code. Now, can you see? We've connected now. So that other one, there was something wrong. And all I needed to do was to change the AMI ID. And we've got a new one. Anyway, so with this new one, if you come here and do sudo system ctl status nginx, see, not found because, well, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist, right? So, but with this user data, it should install this user data.sh on it. Let's see. Let's try. Let's see again. I'm surprised I can't find my user data. So let me just see what's the best form to use for user data. Terraform user data. Instance user data. Yeah. What's the best form to use so that we'll get it right? So if you come here to look at user data, user data. Okay. For it here. You SEO user data. Okay. User database 64. So user database 64. And then where is it? We don't need 64. We just need normal one. This is what we need. Okay. Okay. So we're using the right command. But here's the example. Let's see what the user data example looks like. Bin bash apt-get update. Yep. And then we have user data file this. Okay, so this is what we have. We have that already. User data. So this. All I want is you. So my brother, you can see that some of these things you don't cram it on your head. Sometimes you might not know what you're going to do until you get to the deployment stage. When you see that it's not working, what do? You have to do a bit of research to get it to work. So now I want to change again and do this again. Let's see. So I changed. So we're pointing to the file. The file is here. Part.module because not user data. Is it seeing it? I hope so. It's not seeing it, it should complain. Okay. So the only way we'll know is if we come to the instance, right? And we do instance state, instance settings, user data. You can see that user data.sh is empty. That's the problem. It's just putting this inside here instead of putting the file. So that's why it's not working. It should change to, yeah, it should change. Come on, this is not what I want. So what we're saying is that the content of this file is what you should take, not that expression. Let's do refresh again. Yeah, can you see now? It has changed since I added this into the user data file. So now let's come here and see. Come here and do refresh. We need to see it. Okay, now let's type status nginx not found. Did you run it? Sudo yum update. Why? Sudo yum install. Nginx start web. Start nginx. Yep, that should be fine. Come on. I'm not going to install you manually. System, sit here. I'm going to kill you and create you now. Exit. Count equals to 0. Yeah. After it destroys it, I'll create it. So I'm going to get rid of it and recreate it. Yeah, so the code I got was not properly formatted. So I've just updated it. I'm going to recreate it. Once I recreate it, it should be fine. What time is it there where you are? Bingo.
So it's to 10.
Okay. That's good. So we're on the same planet. Right? We're on the same planet. Oh,
Yes, yes. So
how was work today?
I didn't go to work today.
What happened?
I don't usually work on Mondays and Tuesdays because of my children.
Okay, I think I remember you said so. Okay, so let me create it again. So you understand what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to show you we did it manually on the screen on the console. Now we're trying to do it on the what's it called? On the from the command line from code. Because traditionally that's where what we do in as DevOps engineers. In any organization, nobody will allow you to come and be clicking here. You won't even have access to click like this. Okay, let me see. So yeah, back again. And then if I do sudo yum, not yum, no, sudo system ctl engineers status engineers. There you go. Can you see? You see that?
Yes.
Active running, and we did not have to install it ourselves. It was installed from this code, from this file. This is the command. All those commands we are running is here. So if if you now come here and do go to the website, click on this public address, remove S from here, enter, welcome to engineers. So we're able to use this code, even though I was doing some troubleshooting while I was running the code. But the code basically simply is just this EC2 instance that we've created. We've created one EC2 instance and it's running engineers. So for example, let's assume you have 5 people in your team that want to use this. You can easily, just for now, we can easily do this and say, for another person, you can come here and say, let's say John. John wants to work in the team. Another person is what? Bob. Bob wants to work in the team, right? So we have Collins, John, and Bob. So we're going to separate this. We can call this AWS instance for Collins, AWS instance for Bob, AWS instance for John, right? So we have 3 instances. All we just need to do is change that and come here and run Terraform approve. Terraform apply, Terraform approve. So Terraform will create 3 new instances. All of them will point to the different people. So if you come here, let's close this one. Let's go back, close this one. And come here and do, close this one. We don't need this anymore because it's working now. Just click refresh. Refresh. You see, we're going to have 3 instances. We change the instance state to, where is it now? Instance state. I want to see running instances. So we have 3 running instances. So out of these 3, anyone you pick, let's say we pick the first one, Bob, right? It's still coming up anyway. If we click on Bob, I'll come and remove X from here because we don't have engineers. Welcome to engineers. So this is the first one. We have 3 servers. We'll go and do the next one. Then you put the first one here. Here's our, yeah. Why is this so far off? So, yeah, before we start this, anyway, we'll talk at the end of the class. So this is the first one. Second one, let's go to the second one, the Collins one. You can see here, Collins EC2. Click on this, Collins EC2. And let's assume we have 3 people in your team that need servers to work with. Create the first one, create the second one. The second one, you can see they have different IP addresses, right? Then let's check the third one. I want you to click on them. You see that all 3 of them are working. See the third one, all 3 of them are working. HTTPS. And I come here. And people say follow no road. So if, for example, somebody knows road, you just follow the person. Now click on these 3. Tell me if all of them are working. So we have 3 servers that we created.
Okay.
All of them are working, right?
Yeah, I'm coming. I just want to check now, sir.
So we created 3 servers by just repeating the code and changing the name.
Yeah. Yes, they're all working.
How's it all? So that's all really. That's all really that the Terraform aims to accomplish.
Okay.
The Terraform will allow you to do something as simple as that, for you to create multiple resources from code, rather than going to the desktop and doing click. Okay. So yeah, so and the good thing is that once you are done, Why is it? It should be this. It should be this. It should be this. Okay. There you go. The good thing is that once you are done, you can just come here and say Terraform. If you don't want it anymore, you can just destroy all of them. For example, I can come here and do something like this. I can come here and do this, right? I think for this Terraform version, you should be on the version anyway. This. Let's see. Yeah, if I do this, for example, what I've done by this command is that exclude anything in this block. Exclude anything inside this block. If I come here and do Terraform, is it now? Terraform apply now. That's all it's going to do. It's going to delete those three, destroy these three that are running. So, for example, if you have people that are working with you and at the end of the day, they're about to go home, you can just come here and shut down 1, 2, 3 of them. Job, Bob Collins, shut it down by just running one command, simple command. The following morning when they come, you bring it up again. So you don't have to be coming here to be doing click, launch instance, type name, come here, choose this, come here, choose this. No, you're doing everything from code. Okay? And by the time you click play or Terraform apply, it will give you a ready-made web server, so that all you just need to do is just give your users the URL, the link for them to connect to the server. That's the beauty of what we've done. Now we've used infrastructure as code tool. The tool we use is known as Terraform. There are other ways that you can do this. You can do what is called scheduling, job scheduling. So for example, you can schedule this job that I just ran, that every morning by 8 a.m., run a job that will create those 3 servers, right? Run a job 8 a.m. to create the 3 servers. Every day at 6 p.m., run another job to what? To shut down all the servers. And once you create a cron job or a schedule job on your system, 8 a.m. it will run, 6 p.m. it will run. That's what automation is all about. Okay? But for today, I've killed those servers, so you can see your link will stop working now. Or the link will stop working. It will stop working because I've shut down the servers. Right. So that's all I have for today. Any questions? Any question from you?
No questions, sir.
Okay.
Okay, my only question would be the codes. Are we going to generate those codes ourselves, or once you join any organization, the codes will be given to you?
So if you join an organization, depending on how old the organization is, there usually will be code already existing that you will work with.
Okay.
And then you can modify the code to suit your purpose. But if you join an organization that is brand new, that are just starting up, you have to write the code yourself.